Hi guys, and welcome back. Today we had the quarter one of 2020 update and sales call. First thing I want to talk about is the quarter was very profitable, and it was very profitable. Had a lot of cars sold, even though this pandemic's going on. That was very amazing. And the next thing that happened is Model Y. Model Y is ramping production like no tomorrow. There's more Model Ys than the first 2 quarters that they built Model 3s or started production Model 3s. So when they're first starting, it was production hell. It was very bad time. Elon thought, oh, we can do this. Let's screw all the people, put in machines. So they got screwed there. But the Model Y, 2 times better than the 2 first quarters, and they're just starting up. That's crazy. Let's see here. What's next? Oh, we got stopping at stoplights. They are Elon's now saying by the end of this year that they'll have turning at stoplights, and turning, and so because he was talking about coming out with, this was like the kind of list of stuff that need to come out to build up till self-driving. And so right now we have, for all autopilot and all systems, we have autopilot, regular autopilot. No, it goes cruise control, adaptive cruise control, auto steer or autopilot, navigate on autopilot. Now we have stopping at stoplights, summon. The things that we need now before we go hands off is we need turning at stoplights and stuff, and reverse summon, so this car parks and leaves you at the front step, and the car goes parked, and then you can summon it to you. And he says that will come out by the end of this year, which he said full self-driving would come out by the end of last year. But we're barely getting stoplights right now. But it's no other car manufacturers. The crazy thing about it is everyone's complaining that, oh, Elon, he's such an idiot. He doesn't stick to his word. Well, here's the problem though. Well, okay, he was late probably by a year or a year and a half, right? For full self-driving. That's my prediction. Like a year and a half we'll get full self-driving. Now, compare that to Ford, compare that to GM's. Well, GM has their type of, autopilot, but it's nowhere close to navigate on autopilot or regular autopilot or even just adaptive cruise control. And now they have stopping at stoplights. Like, who's trying this? No one's even trying. And so when people are complaining, I just say, well, Ford said, Ford and GM and Volkswagen, they haven't even tried, so, let's give them a break. Next one is the reason that Model Y is more cheaper to produce and is more efficient to produce is because of the casting of the Model Y. We have a picture of one on the left of the Model 3, and the one on the right is the Model Y. A huge difference. You can kind of see those little squares inside there for the Model Y, but way more, better casting for the Model Y. And demands did not change because of the loss of the tax credit. So the EV tax credits have gone away for any electric vehicle in the United States, but it has not affected demand or sales for Tesla. And in the sales call, Elon Musk was talking about how if you're doing it fast enough, you can actually order a Tesla in 90 seconds. Think of that. Just think of that. And when you go to the regular dealership, you're sitting there for hours and hours and hours, filling out paperwork after paperwork, choosing what car you want, having some salesman trying to sell you a Cadillac when you came there to get, just a regular cheap old car. I mean, I went there and I was trying to get the cheapest Honda Civic ever, a used one, So first the salesman tries to go, oh, why don't you get the new one? And I'm like, I'm good, maybe I'll look into it, after this car goes bad, in 18 years, because that's how long it'll take it. But at the end of it, when I haven't signed the paperwork, he's like, oh, why don't you get the Cadillac? And I'm like, what? I just want like a $2,000. It was $20,000. I'm being an idiot, but I just want a Honda Civic. And he's like, oh, well, no, you want a Cadillac. So just terrible. And they just and he was talking about how people rather go to the dentist, rather go get a root canal, rather go in the surgery than go to a car dealership. So many hours of signing, of salesmen bugging you, of calling, and that's just if you found your one place. That's if you go to the dealership that you like with the good price of a car, and they're still trying to sell it to you. Where most people, they'll go out, where salesmen make their money is when there's idiots buying. So when old people buy, oh, you don't want that car, if you want to be the best person at bingo, if the coolest car at bingo, why don't you get this, this nice big red Lincoln, you know what I mean? It's just, they just sell people. But it's just, and then you have to like search for what dealership, you know what I mean? Weeks before, this is even weeks before even, this is before you even have your money. You have to think of where to go. Do I go to this dealership? Do I drive 100 miles to get a cheaper deal? It's just, you gotta think, right? Where Tesla, you can say, I want a Model Y. I want it in red. I want it with black wheels. I want it in all-wheel drive. And you fill it out. You put in your credit card. You pay the $100 for, your ordering fee. And then you're on your way. Like in 90 seconds. That's how fast you can do it. Compared to people saying hours, days, spending days searching, picking up, finding the right car for them. Where Tesla can do it for 90 seconds. And they now they do hands-free delivering too. So it's even simpler. And he was also talking about if you live 30 miles from a delivery center, they'll drive the car to you to make it even easier. The next is, let's see here. Subscription to full self-driving. So right now, full self-driving is $7,000. On June 1st, Elon Musk says it'll go up to $8,000 because of the stopping at stoplights. But but inside the code, people found out that there was a subscription to full self-driving. And he didn't say if, you're going to pay it off, you're going to do this, or if you're going to, month by month. But he says it'll be coming out by the end of the year. And he says you're better off buying it outright at the beginning, or paying the $7,000, $8,000, $9,000, $10,000, than paying probably like $150 to $120 a month. It's right there buying it outright than paying that. And in China, the Model 3 in China does not qualify for the Chinese electric, tax credit. So tomorrow, Elon Musk is going to drop the price of the standard range Model 3 in China, which doesn't really matter. It's not going to affect profits. It's just that car is it's cheaper to be made in China than anywhere else. That it's not the worst thing in the world, and it brings more people looking at. Oh, and a lot of questions. Battery Investor Day. And Elon Musk says that Battery Investor Day is in 3 weeks. So it's in May, and then 3 weeks into May. Almost 3 weeks from right now, when this video is being filmed. It's either going to be in California or Texas. And at Battery Investor Day, we are going to find out where the next Tesla Gigafactory is. It's most likely going to be in Texas because of Elon Musk tweeting this morning about Texas and Texas this. Oh, go Texas. Let the people free Texas. So it's most likely going to be in Texas. And he has the SpaceX in Texas. So, when he flies over there, might as well, you're not going to fly now to Tennessee, not just have it in one place. So smart. Solar Roof has reached 1,000 per week, and they're now hoping by the end of this year to get 1,000 installed per week. But their problem right now is the installing part. They have 1,000 per week. That's not bad at all. That's actually really, 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 really good. Now their problem is the installation, but like we saw a couple weeks ago of them, for free, we'll train you, and them hiring all around to get solar installationers or whatever, the electricians. So, yeah, 1,000 per week. Tesla is now looking into a HVAC system. So they're now they want to conquer. So they beat out, or they're like revolutionizing the car business, revolutionizing solar business, revolutionary the battery solar business. The next they're going to get is the HVAC system. And they're going to conquer that with hospital type air. If you have an S and X inside of it, they have this biometric, it's like a fan. No, it's not a fan. Well, it's like a filter. It's a huge filter. It's like 10 times bigger than your regular car little air conditioner thing. Well, that's it for today. It was a great quarter, just to say. A lot of news in this quarter, a lot of good stuff in this quarter. The stock ended off today at $875 or $885 even. So the stock's on a good roll. I mean, the stock's on a pretty damn good roll. So thank you for watching. See you again next time.